first study Bible. And it also is used by William Shakespeare and a bunch of these famous guys. And basically, it says during the reign of Queen Mary, a number of Protestant scholars fled from England to Geneva, which was then ruled as a republic in which John Calvin and later blah 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 were spiritual and theological leadership. And I mean, I need to do a lot more research into this. I mean, I scratched the surface of a lot of it over the years, but I've never went that in depth with it. I mean, I know like John and the Calvinists. I just don't know a whole lot because I don't know for sure, and I don't want to mention it. But like what I found interesting here then, but it says that let's see here. Among these scholars was William Whittingham, who supervised the translation as the Geneva Bible. And then it also says Whittingham was directly responsible for the New Testament, which was complete and published in 1557. Now that, to me, is very interesting because it's all about the King James Bible and then the Geneva Bible, and the King James came out in 1611. So, well, here we go. 1557 to 1611, 54 years. And also, John Calvin died when he was 54 years old. So I don't know, just more 54 stuff. So then I just looked up particle accelerators around the world. I just wondered how many there were. It says this one list doesn't include ones that are used for medical, industrial purposes. But I mean, it's just a list here. So there's Europe, whatever, and then North America, whatever, South America. There's the list here. But first one on the list in North America, 88-inch cyclotron. And I was like, wow, no, go figure, 88. Before I even get into the 88 one, I just wanted to go back to the original cyclotron. And you come here and you read about it. It was established, where was it? In 1932? Yeah, 1932, and they got the Nobel Prize in 1939. But if you just read right over here, read what it says. In August 1939, the most powerful accelerator in the world at the time, Glenn T. Seaborg and Edwin M. McMillan, used it to discover plutonium, neptunium, and other whatever. But interesting, so they used this thing to discover plutonium. Plutonium is 49. Plutonium, well, it's 94, but they called it 49 during the Manhattan Project, so it's 49. Is the gas for time travel. I just wanted to re-point out that plutonium-239 is what they used in the Manhattan Project. Plutonium-239, number I've talked about so many times, 52. The year is the 239th year of the United States. 239 is a 52nd prime number. The Queen became the Queen in 1952. It's just ridiculous. So then I guess the only thing I wanted to point out with this 88-inch cyclotron was that it came out, it did its first run, trial run on 12/12 of 61. And that will be 54 years ago on 12/12 this year. 22, you scroll through I'm scrolling through these pictures here. And I don't know, you get down to like here, and that just reminds me of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I mean, who knows? I need to rewatch that movie now, but it's kind of like sort of what they use to shrink the kids and blow up the kids, and who knows? Also, 1961 plus 88 years is 2049. And then 1949 plus 88 years is 2037. Just found that kind of interesting. So then I looked up just where these things are, like the Hadron Collider. It says it only shows 3 locations: CERN, Fermilab, and Brookhaven National Laboratory. And that I believe that's the place Enter the Stars talked about in New York. That was the cause of the World Trade Center or something. I can't even remember now. It wasn't even that long ago, but yeah, just interesting that it's just 3 places though. Also, I guess this 88-inch cyclotron. Then, like I said, it was the trial run was 12/12/61, which will be 54 years ago. But when you go back to iPad Goat here, and I talked about how it has evolution and evil is 45. And I talked about it's missing the U, I, and O, which adds up to 45. And then evil is love backwards, which is love is 54. So if you do the mirror of love, that's 45. So 45 or 54. And then the letters missing are 45. And then if you add up EVOLTN, it adds to 88. But I never noticed the clock. The hands are on 12 and 12. So 12, 12. And just a second here if it ever comes to it. Right there. F equals negative F. So 6 equals negative 6. That's 12 away from each other. So, yeah, another 12 reference. And then you got this that would be 54 years ago on 12/12. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. And then I also talked about this building falling and maybe being the Sears Tower or something like that, because there was a bunch of Chicago stuff. I can't even remember everything I talked about. But interesting that the Fermilab is just, it's basically a suburb or right north of Chicago. So, like I said, don't know if anything's going to happen or what. Just find a lot of this pretty interesting. I mean, there's just so many buzzwords, and then all the numbers seem to connect. It seems like all the time. And then it's going to happen this summer or in the fall is when they're doing the experiment. So, like I said, just who knows. So have a great night.